Virgo, Virgo Nation. Virgo, this is a general reading. What this means is not everything that's mentioned in this reading may resonate with you. Take in what resonates and disregard the rest. Please avoid making any rash decisions based on a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book a reading with me on my website, which happens to be angelicascensionstarot.com. Virgos, we're always going to talk about topics that are delicate. If that is not your preference, take this as a trigger warning. What also I want to say is a trigger warning for some of you is if you don't like little kids in the background, if that is just of the utmost distraction to you, let me forewarn you. You might hear a little kid in the background because I have kids. So if that is a bother to you, you might want to skip this one. Let's get into it, Virgo Nation, and let's see where am I going. Maybe playing out for you over the next 7 days. Some of you, it seems like your mother could possibly be a Taurus. This is Virgo? Yes, Earth signs came out like back to back in the Virgo reading. So some of you are obviously dealing with Virgo. This is Virgo. You could be dealing with another Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Who wanted to fly out? Neptune, Pisces. Spirit guys, show me what's going on for the zodiac sign of Virgo for the next 7 days. Definitely you want to protect your energy. Mercury, Virgo, that's you. There's also Gemini. Seems like you've been going through it. Saturn, yes. Your home planet, Saturn. Saturn brings in structure, brings in discipline for you. Discipline, it seems like it goes a long way for you. It seems like you could be very focused on your work around this period of time, Virgo or cross-watcher. It seems like you could be very attracted to someone. Maybe you have a soulmate relationship with someone. Virgo. Hey, Celine. Thank you. Hey, Mari. Will the Capricorn read be uploaded? I was watching it live, but had to go to the beginning and it wouldn't let me watch it. It's gone. It's going to be re-uploaded. It definitely is. No worries. Okay. The lesson for you around this period of time, Virgo, is to trust yourself. Some of you are obviously double earth signs possibly. Or like I said, you're dealing with an earth sign because I can't seem to stop saying earth. Capricorn. I can't seem to stop saying Capricorn, even though I know I'm well aware that I'm rooting for Virgo. You had a water sign that's in your energy. We did say Pisces, and we did mention something about your mother. This is either your mom or somebody that you co-parent children with. Seems like they're relevant in your reading. In the background of your reading, Virgo is a spirit guide. This seems like this is a passed on loved one that may have given you a lot of knowledge. Libra comes up, of course, if we're doing Virgo. Libra is definitely going to come up. I'm just waiting to see Leo. I'm surprised Leo has not shown up. So yeah, the advice is to trust yourself. We're talking about trusting yourself to make the right decisions, trusting your gut feeling. Crossing energy is inner trust. So it seems like this is something that maybe is a challenge for you around this period of time. Trusting yourself. Trusting what your inner voice is really trying to tell you. Not only is your inner voice, as soon as I say that, not only is your inner voice trying to tell you this, so is this passed on loved one. It seems like they're trying to give you a confirmation of something. It seems like Virgo or crosswatcher, some of you come from a lineage of maybe spiritual people, spiritually gifted individuals. What is this that you're worried about? It seems like you have a lot on your mind. You definitely have a rash. Maybe you have eczema, psoriasis, dry patchy skin. Am I trying to say vitiligo? Maybe there's something, maybe a birthmark. Maybe there's something unusual about your skin or somebody else's. Virgo. What is this? Yeah, you're worried about your money situation. Seems like you're trying to turn your money situation around. You're blocking a fire sign in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, possibly. Yeah, you've been struggling with something for a minute. It seems like you're either fixated on something or you're just stressed out. What is this? Spirit guide showing what's going on with the Virgo nation. You're making a decision. Either you're deciding something and you're having a hard time deciding whatever this is. Trust yourself. Whatever this is that you're making a decision on. Some of you, you're stressing out because you're waiting for a decision to be made. You're waiting for the truth. You could possibly be waiting to maybe decide if you're going to call somebody out. Some of you Virgos or cross watchers, you could possibly be in danger. Some of you, such as maybe you're like in a DV situation. Maybe you're not sure where to go. Maybe you feel like right now you don't have a direction to go in. Maybe if this is to get a conversation started, how to heal something, or maybe just period point blank is your living situation. Right now, Virgos or cross watchers, you appear to be detached. Maybe you do need to take a step back. Maybe this is you taking a stance and saying, I need some time to clear my mind. It seems like what you're really grappling with is somebody's dishonesty. It seems like that's something that's just kind of tearing you apart at this time. So maybe you kind of know it. Maybe you feel it in your bones that maybe somebody's just not being real with you. And maybe you're having a hard time deciding whether or not to believe what somebody is telling you. Maybe it seems like you feel, like I mentioned to you before, you feel stuck. Some of you could possibly be, maybe you could be vocalists. You could definitely be an artist. You could write music. You could write poetry. It seems like you feel stuck. Some of you feel stuck in a relationship. You might be having conflict with someone around you around this period of time. It seems like there could be some sort of conflict that you're having with someone that could possibly get out of hand. As I mentioned to you, violence, something could possibly go to blows. Now, if it doesn't go that far, then we're talking about what could be possibly playing out this week. And if it doesn't come to blows, and this feels like something could possibly be getting very intense. You'd be having some really deep conversations with someone. And you could possibly, let me be real with you, Virgo, you could possibly be leaving a conversation feeling quite hurt as a result of something that happens. You could be dealing with someone who could be very stubborn. You could be dealing with, I mentioned to you, Taurus. This could be who has a fixed Aquarius, Scorpio. Who am I missing? Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo. Oh, what am I talking about? Leo's here. You could possibly be sending somebody a message. Virgo. Somebody possibly, you might feel ignored by someone. You might be feeling ignored, ghosted, Virgo. Because it seems like you're trying to talk to somebody. Maybe the message is kind of aggressive. Or this could be somebody feeling like you went about things the wrong way. So they're like, you know what? I'm not gonna reply to this message. Trust and believe me, though, somebody saw your message. Somebody saw it. And maybe they just decided to not reply. Somebody could have possibly be judging your message as immature, irresponsible, or like I said, flat out dishonest. They're detecting some BS. And it seems like right about now, somebody's dealing with a lot of sadness and anger. So somebody might be hurt because of something. And this could be somebody's reaction, whether or not this reaction takes place in front of your face, or this reaction takes place as a result of something that someone sees. So like I said, maybe you witnessed this reaction or that this happened privately. But either way, somebody is hurt, possibly having to do with something that played out with a parent. It doesn't have to be that it's a parent, but we were talking at the top of the reading about a mother figure. So chances are this could be playing out with a parent or somebody you co-parent children with, possibly. Now, if you co-parent children with someone, this isn't a good situation, obviously. Maybe you're dealing with a smoker. And maybe a situation is just causing you to feel like, you know what, I'm stressed out. My anxiety is through the roof. Maybe somebody's a chain smoker. I don't know. Kind of feels that way, though. But yeah, like I said, you're detecting BS. You're not just detecting it. It's because it's truly happening. Maybe it's what somebody is posting, because it definitely feels like maybe someone posted something online and maybe it rubbed you the wrong way. You like, really? You're going to say that? You know that's not true. So it might be that sort of thing. You might have a different version of the way that something happened than somebody else does. Yeah, but you might feel like somebody is just, like I said, being dishonest, or somebody's trying to get one over on you. You might feel this way. This could be what a situation might, an interaction with someone this week possibly might have you feeling. Like I said, somebody might ghost you all of a sudden, go quiet all of a sudden because of something that they see. Like I said, that you posted or whatever the case. Are you dreaming? You might have a dream about your mom, but a mother figure seems like they are somewhat highlighted in your reading. Let's dig a little deeper, okay? Like I said, somebody is hurt because of something that they came across, something that they saw, and now they're trying to decide what to do about this. Some situations, Virgo, is that, yeah, you sent this message and somebody's racking their brain. They're like, did they see it? What's taking them so long to respond? No, this is about deception. That's what this is. Some of you, the thing that you're worried about is the legal proceeding. Because it seems, I mentioned to you before, you're waiting for a decision. You're at the mercy of someone else's timing and decision making. And maybe that's what you're worried about. If we're talking about a legal situation, somebody is definitely going about something in a dishonest manner. This could have something to do with greed. I want to call you Taurus so badly. And like I said, maybe that's who this is. Maybe it's a Taurus, but that could definitely be you. You've been going through something for a minute. Some of you, maybe this has something to do with someone who's in the military. Someone could possibly be in the army, a veteran. Somebody's definitely going MIA on you, is what this feels like. You're waiting. Possibly for a Leo. You might be waiting. Let's see. Let's go ahead and lay this out. What are you waiting for? I think some of you are waiting to reunite with someone, or someone could possibly be waiting to reunite with you. Maybe at the moment you're not speaking to someone. Somebody definitely wants to reconcile. It could possibly be this Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Maybe this is somebody that you're getting into it with this person right around this period of time. Because it definitely feels like some truths have come out. If some things that someone has been dishonest about have not come out yet, Virgo, it seems like it's just a matter of time. Possibly within the next 7 days, some truths could possibly be coming out. Maybe that's what you're waiting for. The truth. Maybe there is something that you saw online. Maybe you're waiting for some proof about it. Okay, definitely comes in. Yes, soon as I part the deck. Justice. I mentioned to you, you're waiting for a verdict, a legal situation. You're waiting to know the outcome of something. Virgo. This could even be about your job. Maybe you're waiting to know if you got the job. Is somebody pregnant? Maybe that's what you want to know. Maybe some of you, you're waiting for the end of your pregnancy. You can't wait to see your baby's face for the first time. In some instances, I feel, since we're talking about dishonesty and relationships and such, maybe this is somebody that may have had an outside kid on you. Somebody had a baby on you, Virgo, or cross watcher. Maybe that's what you're feeling hurt about. Maybe this is what you're saying. And maybe you didn't hear it from this person's mouth. You saw it online. That could be what has you feeling so hurt, because it definitely feels as though, Virgo and crosswatcher, you bent over backwards for somebody. And they did you wrong. They did you dirty. Now it seems like you're dealing with this sadness and anger. And maybe right now you just want to be left alone. There's just something about a situation that has just become a bit frustrating. Maybe somebody's waiting to know the paternity of a child. Maybe you're a single parent. Maybe you're a working parent. It looks like maybe you're having some childcare issues at the moment. Virgo. There definitely feels like there is a message, a written message that could possibly be coming through. Like I said, maybe somebody's waiting for your reply. Something to do with mother and child. Maybe this is your big sister, your auntie, whatever. Something about a circumstance may change. Now, whatever this is with court, no, definitely somebody is brutal. Somebody can't wait to take somebody down when it comes to a court situation. So I'm going to be real with you. Whatever this legal situation, see, once again, there is a pregnancy. Somebody could possibly be hiding a pregnancy. What I'm trying to tell you is if you do have a court situation, maybe it has something to do with paternity. I'm not sure. But somebody is going about this really in a very brutal way. Like somebody is coming at somebody in a very corrupt, no holds barred type of situation. Somebody's worried about getting time. So if you do have a legal situation, okay, let's talk about that. Let's keep that going, because it looks like that's something that's super relevant in your reading. Some of you, maybe you could possibly be getting a court summons. You could possibly be getting a written message from court. Someone could possibly be serving someone with court paperwork. Could have something to do with a divorce. This paperwork, since we're talking about the military, and I talked to you about MIA or something such as this, maybe someone is getting a dishonorable discharge type of thing. Somebody could possibly be thinking about leaving the military. Random side note. Because of a legal situation. This could be someone getting discharged from military because of, like I said, a legal situation. Somebody is worried about, like I said, doing time. Virgo, I don't know why. No, we talked about it. About issues getting out of hand, there being arguments, things getting kind of explosive and intense between you and someone. Since we're talking about discipline and such, this feels like this might have something to do with your temper. And this is not to say that anger in itself is something bad or terrible or something that you ought to avoid. You're angry about something. Maybe somebody does need to know. And maybe you might be telling somebody. Like I said, maybe you feel like you're kind of waiting. You're trying to decide if you should call somebody out. That's interesting. Somebody's doing magic on you, Virgo. You are doing magic on somebody. Maybe that's who you're calling out. Spirit guides, show me what's going on with the Virgo nation. What has things feeling so intense for you at this time? Something has you feeling fired up. It might be somebody's intention, since we were talking about dishonesty. I don't know. Somebody's doing magic on you. Yeah? Seems like somebody's spirit guides step in. Your spirit guides are arming you with the ability to fight back. Because it seems like you're going through some sort of spiritual situation, spiritual battle. Maybe that's what has you feeling angered and fired up, is the fact that somebody just won't stop. Somebody is just so persistent. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I want to make that the focus, Virgo, but I definitely see that somebody is doing this. Someone is doing either magic on you, or they're doing something extremely dishonorable to you behind your back. And it would possibly be this Queen of Wands. Communication might be a little bit harsh this week. It might feel like it might take a couple of conversations or several conversations to feel like you can at least get to a common ground with someone. So in other words, maybe there's something that's just very emotionally charged that you might feel like you might not be able to get to the bottom of in one conversation. In some instances, you might feel cornered. And this might be more than one person kind of coming at you. This is very interesting. Color. I don't know. That just automatically gives me the idea that maybe you're going through some sort of discrimination. Colorism, possibly. You could possibly, goodness, how many times can I say possibly? But you might be in maybe an interracial couple. You could possibly be mixed race. Color. Maybe Spirit is saying maybe something is not so black and white. Maybe it's necessary to maybe find a medium, a middle ground when it comes to something. Not sure what that is. But let's dig into this situation. Let's see what's going on. You got some traveling coming up. Virgo. This traveling might be pending. Maybe this is something that you're making a decision about. Maybe you feel the need to wait. What you might be waiting on when it comes to this travel is maybe you're trying to get your money right. It could be work that could possibly be, what am I trying to say, have you feeling like you can't maybe travel. But I think for some of you, it's your money situation. Maybe you want to travel to see someone. Especially maybe if somebody's incarcerated, maybe you're wanting to visit somebody. Maybe I shouldn't have pulled this deck. Maybe I shouldn't have. What are you worried about? Yeah. Well, we talked about that. We've already established that. Somebody's words cut deep. And like I said, I hope you're not in a needy situation. I just hope and pray that you are not. But I think somebody's words cut deep, and yeah, it has you pissed off. We talked about that. In what ways are you holding yourself back? Maybe you feel like somebody else is trying to hold you back. What I feel is that maybe you might have high blood pressure. You could definitely be having some circulation issues. Virgo. Why is the Tower here? This is your spirit guides protecting you. This feels like, exactly, that's what this feels like. Okay, so what are we talking about here? We got the Star, Aquarius. There's some success that you're looking for, Virgo. Maybe you feel like you just haven't reached that level of success. Come on. Like I said, either you're getting into a fight with someone, like a brawl, or like I said, something is just kind of violent, or something has the potential to just really go left when it comes to what you're saying to somebody. What is this about, spirit guys? It seems like it's something that's written. You could possibly be going back and forth with someone via text, online. And it seems like it has something to do with the truth being revealed. I mentioned to you somebody is traveling. So there could definitely be travel involved. Like I said, somebody might want to travel somewhere, but it seems like it's somebody's financial situation that might keep somebody in a situation where things are not really where they would like it to be. It seems like you got some money coming to you, Virgo. Maybe this is a pay week for you. You might have some money that's possibly coming to be placed into your account. This might have something to do with a court decision. Maybe this court decision has something to do with money coming to you. It seems like things are coming together for you, where maybe you feel like you haven't had a proper direction to go in. It seems like things might potentially come together. So it seems like maybe you're waiting for something, you're waiting for the outcome of something. Something actually turns out to be quite positive for you, especially if we're talking about something, like I said, that's just been kind of difficult. Talking about a court decision, it definitely comes through. Some of you, a court decision is like draining your pockets. If you do have a court decision that's hanging in the balance, you might want to get legal advice. We get that that costs money, and I was saying in the reading, it looks like you might be going through a financial situation. Now, there are ways to get legal advice without, having to shell out $10,000, I don't know why I'm saying $10,000, but, a large sum of money. You could be getting a consultation. Come on with it. I was saying that I see something on your skin. I was like, is this vitiligo? Is this like some sort of skin condition? That might be bruises. Like I said, maybe this is verbally. This is happening verbally. That could definitely be happening verbally. It could be happening in court. So somebody has done something to you. We talked about your spirit guides coming through. For some of you, this is a spiritual attack. Yes, your spirit guides come through to arm you with the ability to fight back, to defend yourself. Or they fight this battle for you, but for some of you, I don't know. This seems like it's telling me that somebody in your energy could be very unpredictable. And somebody could be physically hurting you. Somebody doesn't know how to control their anger. Seems like somebody, like I mentioned to you, somebody could possibly, there's consequences to this. So if this is somebody waiting to figure out, okay, am I going to get time for this? Maybe somebody has already served time. Yeah, it seems like somebody could possibly be getting locked up for something, some sort of crime that was committed in a particular situation. Now, this is somebody lying in court, testifying in court, and being dishonest about something. It definitely feels like the truth is seen about something that's playing out. There's just a lot going on in this reading, Virgo. So yeah, maybe you study law, maybe you're studying for the bar exam. I don't know, but it definitely feels like something legal could possibly be going on in your situation. And bottom line is, it seems like there's some sort of a consequence to something that may be playing out, especially, like I said, if someone is being dishonest about something, the truth is definitely seen. Something that has been completely dishonorable behind your back, it seems like it's now revealed to you. Sure, that's interesting. It says Egypt. And then we got this card that says color. Yes, I feel like there is some form of discrimination in your situation. Okay. Let's move on to some things in your reading that are not as heavy. Let's see if I can find something. Let's move on to your, goodness. As soon as I ask about that, it shows me Mars, planet of conflict. So, I'm fighting with somebody at work, possibly an Aries or a Scorpio. Mars is also the planet of action, so this might be the time, the week that you decide to take, like, spring into action on something. Maybe there's something that you really aspire to do. Since I was telling you that there's a form of success, there's a level of success that you're looking to have with something, Virgo, and what's going on with that? Let's take a look. Are you afraid to be seen? Maybe you are. The world doesn't want you to hold back any longer. Time to shine your unique light on the world. You are made from love, and from love you are whole. There is no more hiding. There is no more shame. There is only truth. Live naked and free. Today's soul action: what parts of me do I hide so I can be socially accepted and fit in? Am I being authentic? Do I allow myself to be all of me? What do I need to do? What do I need to feel so I can be safe to be seen? Journal your answers. Virgo. Maybe you're meant to be in the spotlight. Spirit guides, what does this mean? Is Virgo afraid to be seen? In what regard? I think somebody might be afraid to be seen online. I know that. Especially doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. Yeah, because we talked about that. Dishonesty. I think somebody is afraid to be seen. Somebody's afraid to get caught. However, if we're talking about your calling, that's interesting. I could have said job, but I'm saying calling. But tell us more about that, spirit guides. What is this about Virgo? Are they afraid to be seen? Maybe you're an introvert. Maybe you don't really. Yeah, maybe you are. You have the potential, Virgo or Capricorn, for a level of success. That level of success that you're looking for. And maybe this is what you're frustrated about, is that it's not happening. Or it's not happening in the time period that maybe you expected. And maybe you're feeling discouraged about it. Spirit guide, show me more for the Capricorn nation, for the Virgo nation for the next 7 days. You're obviously, either some of you are Capricorn sun and you have Virgo elsewhere, is what that possibly is. Okay. All right. I was talking about your calling. I'm trying to stick to that. It seems like you're passionate about something, but it seems like Spirit is trying to take me somewhere else. They're trying to tell me that you might be traveling someplace. You might be. Especially by car. We were talking about your calling. No. We've already established that. Let's roll it back a minute. For those of you who may have come in a little bit late on this, inner trust. Your guides want you to have inner trust about what it is that what you're meant to do. Maybe this is about your career path. Maybe you're at a crossroads with this. Maybe you're not sure if you want to maybe go to school. Maybe there's something that you want to learn. because it definitely feels like you're meant to be someone that gives divine guidance. So if it puts you in the spotlight, potentially Virgo or cross watcher, and your guides are saying use your ability to trust in yourself to make this decision. Some of you are traveling by plane. Some of you, it feels like you're taking a road trip. Virgo. Yeah. It definitely feels like there's some people that you're re-encountering, some people that maybe you haven't seen. You have the ability to recover some relationships in your life, things that have been unstable, okay? Some of you are moving. Maybe this is about, did I talk to you about that at the beginning of the reading? It seems like maybe something about your living situation appears to be a bit unstable. Or maybe this is you finding or you've had some challenges with a living situation. Especially if there's been cheating involved. If you're wondering if somebody is doing some mess behind your back, yes. Are they going to be real with you about it? Hell no, they're not going to be real with you about it. You already know, though. You already know what's going on. And I think that that's what has you pissed off. Is somebody's playing you for a fool. Come on, you already see what's going on. We're talking about your living situation, yes? Something appears to be rocky. You got a yes coming in. Virgo. So I definitely feel like some of you could be moving in someplace. Something appears to be kind of frustrating for you around this period of time. We see it. It seems like Virgo or cross watcher, maybe somebody needs a place to chill. Maybe they do. And maybe somebody can't chill someplace for that much longer. And so, like I said, you're looking for a stable situation. Maybe you can't chill there for that much longer because of this violent situation or because of this loudmouth, belligerent person that's around you. It seems like you just had enough of it. Since we're talking about online, be careful about people trolling you, looking for your reaction, because it definitely looks like somebody is saying something to you, looking for a reaction. They can't wait, Virgo or cross watcher. They're doing this for their amusement. It's something that's funny to them to see you react in such a way. Like somebody's trying to go back and forth with you, is what this looks like. Since what you're worried about is whether or not somebody's going to walk out on you. I don't get it. If this is not a healthy situation, I don't know. You have to be the judge of that. Let me keep my 2 cents to myself. And close this up. Spirit guides, is there anything else that needs to be said for the zodiac sign of Virgo? Yes. Your spirit guides are saying, Virgo, sorry for the glare, trust in the plan. It seems like a higher source, God Almighty, has a higher plan for you. If you don't believe in God, disregard that part. But it definitely feels like there is a plan. If I can say universe, then it all means the same thing to me anyway. God, the universe, source, it's all the same. It's all intertwined. And anyway, there's a plan. This could be even you making plans. Trust in yourself. Trust the plan. Trust your higher self is what this feels like, to get you on the right path. Because clearly right now you might be wondering whether or not you are. Or this is what's frustrating you. Like, I'm not on the right path, and this is what you're pissed off about. Maybe you feel like you were, and maybe you feel like there's a circumstance that came in to kind of throw things off. Either way, it feels like there's a course correction. It feels like spirit guides come in to put you on the right path. But it seems like your guides want you to be open to the messages that are coming through to get you on the right path. Because you're not alone to kind of figure things out on your own. Virgo or cross watcher, your guides are definitely here leading you step by step. especially this passed on loved one. They're definitely here giving you very distinct messages. Spirit guides, what is the advice? I just got out of jail. I'm trying to do my best. My hat goes off to you. Keep going. Keep doing what you got to do. We're all here trying to figure out life. Nobody gets it perfect. You can handle this. There's a wise saying, you are never given more than you can handle. Tune into your heart to reconnect with your strength. Some of you are obviously Virgo, Leo, cusp. Whatever you're going through, your guides are saying, you can handle this. You can handle it. Even though right now or at times you might feel like you can't. Your guides are saying you definitely can. Spirit guides, advice for the Virgo nation for the next 7 days. Restore yourself with alone time. Take a break from the busy world. Replenish yourself in the stillness. Meditate, stretch, nap, garden. Do whatever quiet activities your heart, your spirit yearns for. We talked about a getaway. We talked about you traveling. Even if this doesn't mean spending large amounts of money or whatever, Virgo, it just feels like it's necessary for you to maybe spend some alone time to get away from the influence and the hustle and bustle of everyday mundane life and everyone else's opinions, to be able to hear and tune in to maybe what your higher self is telling you and what your guides are trying to tell you. They're all intertwined. It's interchangeable. It's the same thing. Your higher self, your guides, God Almighty, same thing. They want you to trust yourself to make the right decisions. They want you to trust, your spirit guides want you to trust that they have your back. Tap into your spiritual power. Reach out to a power greater than yourself to solve a dilemma. Stay open to its guidance in your life. We talked about that. Your angels, your spirit guides, they show up to give you, to arm you with whatever you need to get through whatever this is that you're going through at this time. Or that maybe someone else is going through, and possibly you could be the voice of reason for this individual. Lastly, it seems like spirit guides are talking to me about a medical issue. Whatever this is, Virgo or cross watcher, your spirit guides are saying, look into this, take it seriously. This isn't to be a scare for you, but it's definitely meant to be a confirmation to someone to look into their health, because it seems like somebody is aware that they've got a health issue, yet they're not doing anything about it. The Virgo Nation and Cross Watchers, this concludes your 7-day forecast for the angelic ascensions. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed, beautiful, and productive week. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, Virgo Nation.